What's up, YouTubians? Gary, VWJawbreaker. Welcome back to another video where today kind of seems like a repeat video of what we just did recently. However, much cooler upgrade today. We are working on Lulu, our 1976 Westfalia bus. And if you've been following along, we just did a big electrical upgrade on here where we have two 165 amp hour lithium batteries in here. We redid our electrical cabinet, redid our solar setup, redid pretty much everything. Since that video, I went ahead and installed my shunt monitor. That way I can see exactly how much power is going in and out and not split between the two batteries. You know, I am able to shut a battery off, you know, individually or shut them both off or what have you, but we got a big upgrade. So let me pull these batteries out real quick because you're gonna wanna see what we're doing next. I need to interrupt this broadcast for a really quick message. First, I wanna say a special thank you to all my senior YouTubians. That's right. Wait, what's a senior YouTubian? A senior YouTubian is a monthly membership club. That's right. Drop down below, click the join button. You become a membership of the VWJawbreaker channel, which will make you a senior YouTubian. You'll get special perks, you'll get early access to all the videos, and you'll also get members only shorts. So there you go. Not to mention, every video in the description, I have listed all my channel members. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. All right, now back to this. All right, we got the old batteries removed, and I say old batteries because, you know, we just put them in. One of them's got a little bit of time, one of them's brand spanking new. And yes, the manufacturer said that's within spec, everything was fine. Wattcycle reached out and said, hey Gary, what do you got going on with your bus? Why are you adding more batteries? And I said, this is what I'm doing. And they said, you need more capacity. And I said, okay, I don't disagree with you. I would like to make sure I don't ever have any problems with battery storage on my bus. The worst thing you want is to run out of juice, right? So they said, we have the perfect product for you. And I said, I'm all ears. What they sent over was two 314 super mini Bluetooth batteries. Now, if you see here, I got them side by side with a standard Group 31. So they are a little taller, just a little bit longer, but definitely taller and slightly wider. So essentially I'm going from two 165s, which would give me 320 amp hours, to two 314s, which give me 628 amp hours. I love, I don't think we're gonna have an issue with batteries anymore. Well, never really had an issue because, yeah. Anyway, we were just fine before, but with the recent upgrades, we need more storage. So we are going to get these installed. However, the downfall, these will not fit in my little cubby that we just removed the other batteries from. So what I've decided to do is underneath your sink. Now, if you remember, I pull my trailer now with Lulu. So all of my cooking and stuff and camping and whatnot is there. So not really much underneath my sink, but that shelf comes right out. With that shelf out, that gives me tons of room. I don't see why we can't put the batteries there. Now, one thing, I don't remember if I said it or not in the previous video, but anytime you're running more than one battery, you need to keep all of your battery cable lengths the same. So I've already pre-made up a couple of cables here. This is all 4-gauge copper wire. Everything, that's the same cabling, same size that I ran for everything else. And again, yes, we have solar up top. It's a 200 watt flexible panel up top. I have a 100 watt panel that I'm able to put in over here on the plug and set it up to 40 feet away because I've got 40 foot of 10 gauge wire with MC4 connectors on it. So that's easy enough to do. So I've got a decent amount of solar. Of course, you can always go for more, which I want to down the road, but that's that's down the road. We don't need it right now. And of course, you know, I've got the DC to DC charger for when I'm driving, and I've also got the AC to DC charger for when I'm parked at a campground, or I can use the generator when I'm off grid. Top off the batteries that way if I need to. So we have contingency plans here. Yeah, all right. Well, I guess nothing left to do than to jump in here and get these batteries installed. I am really looking forward to these. Now, I have been playing around with them some. And the cool thing is, it actually has an on-off switch right here. With that switch off, these terminals are dead. This actually turns, the switch right there actually turns these terminals off through the BMS. So, with that being said, right now, both my terminals are dead, but if I turn it on, they're live. Easy enough. Cool thing is too with the app has a little to be desired, however, has a ton of great features. These batteries, you can actually tie them together and parallel, so they actually see them both the same and work the same. You can also bridge them where it locks these serial numbers of these batteries to the app. So if somebody else decided, hey, you know what, I've got the same app and I want to sit there and pull up Gary's batteries and I want to mess with his settings. Oh, you can't. You can view things. You can't edit anything because it's locked under your name and password through the app. So if you're not logged in, you can't change settings. Very cool security feature, if you will. Plus, of course, these things have all the other bells and whistles types of, you know, it's like 20 safety features on these things. And these aren't even the self-heating ones because I don't need the self-heating ones down here in Florida. We don't get cold enough. Well, we do, but it's very rare. And I got the diesel heater running in there, so it's really not a problem. So, all right, enough jibber jabber. Let's get these things locked in. Let's get them mounted, wired up, and then I'll bring you back. Let's really look at these things and see how they do. All right, little recap for you real quick. We took like a little roto-zip tool on a Dremel and just cut the backing plate back there a little bit so we could fish our wires through. Now we'll go ahead and got some little doohickeys. Mount those in there. We got some straps, some foam blocking. We'll go ahead and stack everything in there. I don't think we're getting our shelf back in, but that's okay. I'd rather have the storage. Well, that seems to work. We've got both batteries in. We've got a strap across the top and two places that come down, fasten to the bottom and to here. Got a little shelf L bracket there just to help. Why not? Doesn't hurt to be safe. And again, we've already ran our battery wires, so we can go ahead and hook up. I've already labeled them to A and B, so we can hook A cable to A, B cable to B. That's just your positive. Your negative really doesn't matter. It's all going to the same place. All right, well, we'll put the top shelf back in and we'll put our propane adapter up top as well. Just keep it out of the way. We don't want the propane down here by the batteries. I just learned something cool, I think. Take this little plastic piece, maybe. Oh, look at that. They do come off. Oh, that makes me so happy. I don't know why that makes me so happy, but it does. Did not want to see those just dangling there. Cool. All right, now let's hook up the batteries. Now remember, these have a built-in on-off switch, so I can hook these terminals up before hooking up the other side. These wires are dead right now. So it's just a little bit of cable management. Slip in our little board here for our upper shelf. Oh, I think you guys are in the way. Hold on. Yep, you're in the way. Back up. All right, shelf is in. We'll put our propane tank up top here. I think we'll be just fine. All right, there we go. Batteries are in, wired up. Got the brace in there. Room for a few things down there if we need it, but this right here is the only thing I keep with me inside the bus. I need to make coffee. So back there, the propane tank sits there. Got my coffee equipment. It's the only thing I cook in the bus, so I think we're golden. Next, let's go ahead and wire in everything over here, and then we'll be able to turn these bad boys on, and we'll show you how they do. Well, not gonna lie, that's been a lot of fun. Tight quarters, hooking up wires. Didn't bore you with that, so let me bring you up to speed real quick and show you where we're at. So we have our main 4-gauge wires coming this way behind the cabinet, come up and into our shunt trap. Out, we've got dual 4-gauge as well. Just double it up, wouldn't hurt. Then from there, everything connects over. We got our 2 hots from our batteries coming over into our breakers here, so we can kill everything here if need be. But again, these have these switches on them. So we just go and hit the button, hit the button. Both of those should be live. And what we'll do is we'll pull up the app here. Shows my A and B battery. Connect to A. Shows we're at 100%. And then we're able to charge and discharge. Temperature-wise, we're at 74 degrees. And of course, you got your voltages on all your different cells in there. So it shows everything, that everything's nice and balanced. And go over here, click into battery B. We'll do the same thing. Showing our, right now, of course, you know, we're not drawing any kind of amperage or voltage. Temperature. Voltages are all good. Everything's balanced. So that's good. Now again, if you go over here, you can see that we bound both of those serial numbers to me. So to this app, both of these serial numbers are bound, which means nobody can get in to change settings. Of course, you can go in and do all kinds of different settings and stuff with it. It's pretty nice. And again, it's got parallel mode, which is on, showing that, basically telling the app that we've got 2 like batteries sitting here working together. So, that being said, all we got to do now is reset our switches. Our breakers are both on. So now, and I know we're both on because, well, got my little Bluetooth flashing. And the nice thing about this with our Bluetooth function is we can go into our settings here. We need to go ahead and update this. Battery capacity is no longer 330 amp hours. Our battery capacity is now, what's 628. There we go. So now it knows. Go back home. And I know we're 100%. We're not pulling any power. So the nice thing about using this shunt monitor is, again, yes, the batteries have Bluetooth. Everything runs, of course, through the batteries. But when you're running multiple batteries, it's nice to have a smart shunt. That way, everything on the negative side has to go through, you know what I mean? So this is all tied together. Everything negative-wise goes through this before it hits the batteries. So again, everything comes across, goes into the terminal strip where everything's tied together, which is a 250 amp terminal strip. Again, goes to my smart shunt, and that goes to the batteries. And this is just one I found off Amazon several years ago. It still seems to work good. Well, nothing blew up, so that's a plus. Now again, the real nice thing about these batteries from Wattcycle is, you know, these things, this one is the super smart battery. It's got 2,560 continuous watt hours of power. It's a mini design. It's Bluetooth compatible, BMS, smart BMS, where you can turn off charging, turn off, you know, your discharging, all that stuff right from the app, along with your 200 amp BMS. It's IP65 waterproof. It's a wide temperature operating range as well, -4 degrees all the way to 140 degrees. If it gets 140 degrees inside this bus, we got a major problem. And trust me, I won't be camping, so we'll be fine. You know, these things got the super balance, very DIY friendly. Again, these super minis now, I mean, unfortunately they are a little heavy. You know, these things are 60 pounds a piece. However, if you try to go and get that much power out of multiple batteries, you're going to be way over 60 pounds. So Lightweight considering what it is, very powerful, very user-friendly. Again, I kind of wish the app was, you know, had a little bit more features to it, but that's just me and kind of what I've seen using other brands. Overall, we're going to be putting this thing to the test here real soon. We're going on another big road trip coming up, and we're going to really deep dive and show you exactly how well these batteries run. We put these things to the test, so make sure you stick around for that. Coming up here in probably just a couple weeks. So again, like always, I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for sticking around. So till the next time, guys, be kind to one another and be good.